what is going to happen next on XRD or Radix. We're going to cover everything as always, so you can absolutely make some more informed trading decision next, or investment decision, or even just crush a chart really. Okay, so I'm going to give you the different possible wave really. I'm gonna try to make it very simple because that chart here, this chart right here is very complex using Elliott Wave. Not gonna lie, you have a lot of different possibilities. So I'm going to really try to make this very easy. I'm not going to give you all the different possible count you can get. I'm really going to make it easy so you can really understand everything. So as always, I'm gonna start with a higher time frame really. Okay, so you can really see what's the context really of this coin, what we can expect on this asset. And once we have the context, we're going to move on the medium time frame, lower time frame, if you can say that, so you can get really all the plan. Anyway, on this being said, let's add the higher time frame wave. So this is what I have personally. Okay, first of all, I have an ABC zigzag. Okay, so 5 waves correction, 5 waves. Once we have done this 5 waves correction, 5 waves, what I have here is simply more likely a correction to the upside. Okay, I have more likely here a W, X and Y. We have more likely here an ABC zigzag with an extension. So yeah, this is not super bullish, but as always, a coin can absolutely make some bull market. For example, make the X wave a bit longer here, make the Y later, and for example be in a bull market by being it's still in a correction. It's still possible to rise still by being some correction. And for example, we can even make not all these bigger double XY, but make for example something like a triple wave like this to the upside, take the previous high and sorry, for example, make an A, B, C flat like this. Okay, so we have many different possibilities, so that's why I'm gonna keep it very simple. Just gonna take this WXY, not gonna over complex that. Okay, and yeah, gonna keep it like this, WXY. Okay, so in the Y leg as always, we cannot finish with a WXY only, so I'm taking here WXY, X and Z. For people that maybe have done a smaller wave count of this, you maybe find here a leading. Okay, found a leading here. Personally, I will place this more as a WXY, X and Z because the leading have a smaller wave, of an ending, so to speak, correction, ABC zigzag in the wave 1, 3, and 5. So I will take more a WXY, X and Z because it makes more sense next with the context. Okay, with the next wave we have, it makes more sense. Sorry. So here, I have two configurations for this current move to the downside, the last drop really we have done. Okay, as I say, I'm not going to make it too complex. I'm really going to keep it very simple. You can see I'm keeping this WXY. I'm not trying to say, hey, we have an ABC flat, whatever. No, I'm taking this and that's it really. Okay, yes, I'm aware of that we can do an ABC flat and all the different possible stuff on a bigger time frame, but as I said, gonna keep it simple. So WXY, and in the Z wave, in the Y leg over here, WXY, X and Z. Okay, from here in the Z wave, we have two configurations. We have to be aware of both in case we have to go more down. And personally, the rise here, it's possible to be 5 waves, but I don't like them so much, to be honest. So I'm gonna take this, gonna remove the log scale, by the way. We are going to zoom in, and these are the two configurations we have. First of all, we have a possible ABC zigzag done right here to the downside. Why it is done? Because we already have the 5 waves in this C wave. Okay, these are the wave, by the way. If you really want to get all the smaller waves here for people that are really absolutely loving a little wave, for example, you do have these 5 waves here to the downside that are done. Okay, so you have this wave 1, 2, another wave 1, 2, that is then bam 3, 4, 5. So you complete the blue 5 waves. If you complete the blue 5 waves, you complete the wave 3 because the wave 3 need to get the 5 waves. So bam, you have finished the wave 1, 2, 3, and you have another 4 and 5. So you complete the 5 waves, and these pink 5 waves here have to be in the C because the C is 5 waves. Okay, so if we're in this configuration, in that case, the ABC zigzag to the downside is done. Now the thing is, to get a reversal, we need to get a 5 waves impulsive. Do we have these waves really to the upside? It is possible to be in an expanding ending, so leading, sorry, so to speak, get a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this is extremely rare to get that on the market. So I am aware of this, that we can be absolutely in a wave, so to speak, if we have the 5 waves up here and a wave 1, 2, and then pump it up 3, 4, 5. This is possible, but I will be a bit careful with this personally. Now, if you're watching at this asset, I mean at this video, sorry, it's simply because you already, I think, hold this coin or just are interested to buy. So I'm going to show you the different targets you can get to the downside with the second possible configuration of the wave. So yeah, this is the first possible configuration into the Z wave. In that case, the Z wave is done. Now, yeah, I will prefer personally, but again, I'm not interested into that coin, so you do whatever you want. Okay, I'm not going to buy it to trade it really. The second configuration is the X wave was done on the right. Why? Because the RSI, if you pay attention, as always, and I am not trading based off the RSI at all. I don't care about the RSI, it's just to place my waves. If you pay attention here, you can see that this right here go above the previous high. So this happened when you do a possible truncated triple wave, or in that case, an ABC flat, for example. And so you make the X wave on that top. Yes, this is not 38.2 because the next wave normally have to be minimum 38.2, but yeah, this is we're in a strong downtrend, we're in a bear market really, so it's fine due to the context. So in that case, what do we have here? We have an ABC flat, correction 5 waves to the upside. We have an ending here, and so from here, if we have to make a Z wave to the downside, if we have done the X wave here with a correction 5 waves with the ABC flat into the X wave, so we have finished the correction in that case into the X, we have done the X wave here, and so in that case here to the downside, we cannot finish a Z wave with 5 waves only. We have to make a correction in the Z. So in that case, if we have a 5 waves down, the only possible pattern is an ABC zigzag. So this is the second configuration where we can get a bit of a rise. I'm going to give you all the targets you need really to trade that good. And yeah, from here, we're just going to look for the C wave to the downside. Okay, for the C right here, and the Z wave in that case, that is going to be, finish it with this ABC zigzag. Okay, so these are the two configurations really you have on this chart right here. For the last wave, we have to the downside, one continuation, all the Z wave is done, and so in that case, we're more likely done with this, and will not take the Y leg, the Y leg here. We'll just look for a bigger and longer X wave, because I will bring us otherwise with a Y leg truncated that stopped before the W bottom, and as always, it's more probable to go below than to make a truncated. So we look for simply a bigger and longer X wave, and then we come back later. But we can still make, as I said, a bull market into the X wave. Okay, we can do some like crazy push up for the X, and then we come back like this for the Y, okay, and make, for example, I don't know, a W, X, Y, X and Z, or whatever count you want here. Everything is possible except the triangle here for in the X. So yeah, keep in mind that we can still be bullish by being in this big W, X, Y, okay. Just gonna control everything, and now I'm gonna move on the targets you need to know really for a possible buy investment or trading to the downside, so you can really get the right targets. So I'm going to pull this right now. So these are the buy targets really, depending on the two different configuration. I place it really not different targets with different, I mean, for example, like you have this configuration, you have these targets, and if you have this configuration, you have some other target. No, I have the exact same targets for both configuration if I have to go more down or bounce from here. Okay, that's why this is pretty cool. So let me just remove that. So buy targets here. These are all the targets you need to the downside for a possible buy investment or trading. Again, you have some that are a bit big. These are some big zone. That's why we need to get this smaller wave here. For example, here if you was to trading this, you was possibly buying this low. I don't know, longing this. You recognize normally where was the low by doing the smaller wave charting and adding your targets of this. We need to get this wave to the downside to recognize where we are more likely to bounce and to possibly reverse. Okay, so that's why it's just too early for now to say that, but later if we really get the wave to the downside, we'll be able to determine that. Okay, so that's why for now these are maybe some big zone you have on the chart, but later we're going to be able to determine more likely with more precision, if we can say that, where it's going to go and reverse. So yeah, for the moment these are the targets. You can start buying here if you want to. Again, I'm not your financial advisor, you do whatever you want. I am not personally buying or investing in this asset, so it's just some TAs I'm doing here for you. I'm not on this asset at all, but these are the possible targets you can look for a buy. You have for the current one, if you know we are in this configuration where the bottom is in already, this in that case is done, and so now we are in the first buy target, and the only one by the way we got here, and now we're going to push higher. First one, if we have to go more down from the current price, we have this 120 extension that is by the way around $0.033, $34. Okay, if we start breaking this, we can look for the zone between $0.30 really, okay, $0.29 and $30, $0.029 and $30 by the way, down to $0.023, okay, around there. And if we start breaking this zone of support, we're simply going to look for much more lower prices with a nice 50% drop, and so it will be between $0.011 down to $0.005. Okay, these are all the targets where you need to get to the downside in case we have to go more down, so you know exactly where you have to look for a buy or for a long. It's really up to you. Now, how you can do in these targets is simply to wait and not try to catch a knife. If you want to know more about this, you just have to go on the YouTube channel, scroll down a bit. I think I'm going to put the link also in the description. But you can just go in the video section here, scroll down, and just go and check and watch this video here. I wish I known that before investing in cryptos. This right here explaining really how you have to buy and invest into these targets. If you don't get, for example, the wave you need here, you want to see to the upside, you're not going to buy this, and you're going to normally fall lower into the next target. Just take the low or go into the next target. Okay, so really go and check out this update. It's extremely important. So now you have the two different possible configuration we'll have on this last wave down. You have the targets in case we have to bounce from here or to go lower, and now what we can plan is simply the targets if we have to go above. So with the levels by the way, because of course I'm going to pull all of this, so yeah, we have a lot of stuff right now on the chart, but just to show you the confidence you have with these targets. So for example, here this is really as always 71 and 76 are not touch it dollar most of the time, so we can absolutely go take the low once more, for example, with the weekly, and then bam, come back up. Okay, it's all of the zone, also this kind of MC extension here. Just be aware of that. But if we go more down from here, you can see that the 120 extension with the target I've planned clearly matched perfectly with the level below. And if we start falling from here, we need to get the small wave and everything to really determine where we are going to bounce more likely. I need to see the drop personally to really plan these targets. For now, it's too early. I need to get the good data to make sure we are applying some good targets to the downside. Okay, so running just too early. If you want me to update that, by the way, when we're doing some move, and if we move really from what I'm going to plan with you right now, just join the Discord server. Really, this is the only thing you need to do, and then you just need to enjoy. Okay, you have some live Bitcoin updates where I'm, for example, telling you that I'm taking some trades. Okay, I'm not doing this all the time because this is not at all a signal group, but yeah, I'm doing this, for example, with a long trade we feel from the very low here. I told you it was a good scout, and I told you that I was jumping into a swing long. We got a nice bounce here, took probably off course. This for me was not a good short, and I was not really on the chart yesterday. I was not really able to get to trade that, but if you was reading the order flow, you maybe have been able to catch that from the retest I was looking for, and I was not shorting this, so we got to move back up almost to the highs, and from here got the reversal. So you get some really nice informations there, okay, with some really nice content in my opinion. Again, you can also judge by yourself if this is good or not. I'm not going to say, hey, this is the best you do. Just can see by yourself. Anyway, you have some nice TA there also on the outs. And yeah, if you want to ask me some requests, you can go in the ad request here. For now, this is paused because I'm doing all of these ones right here. So yeah, I'm going to finish these, and then yeah, I'm gonna open this again to make some more. Okay, but yeah, for now there's a request, and you have of course tons of ads already. I have done already in there. There was some requests, so really feel free to go and check this out. You have a lot of TAs in there for absolutely free. Just need to join this Discord server and enjoy. Anyway, so now with the targets, I'm just gonna remove all the waves really, so we don't get too much on too much stuff and information here on the chart. We're just gonna make it very simple, as I said. So if we have to push higher from here, what are the targets? Then it's very simple. We just need to pull all of this, and here is the main resistance we have to the upside. So first of all, we have still the value high to be aware of. Really, if we take the highs, for example, once more, as always, we take a high, so be aware of a swing failure pattern or a fail auction. This is extremely important. You just need to wait for a candle close below, less volume, for example. All of this if you want to check to read all the order flow too at the same time. But yeah, if there is no reason really here to take the short, for example, we just flip to support, get nothing here, no candle close below, whatever, there is no swing failure pattern or failed auction really. We just look for the next target. Next target come into the monthly level, so to speak, around $0.056 up to $0.058. If we start breaking this zone, for example, we just get acceptable flip to support, then there is just no reason to show, and we just look for the next target. So weekly level plus the 7x6, not the best and strongest target ever, but this is still, in my opinion, something to be aware of. Can't remember the volume, by the way, of this. Yeah, okay, so we do have also this nice value area high to be aware of, in my opinion. So I'm gonna pull this also into the target with up to the swing failure pan here. Value area high and the volume. So all this zone right here, that will be the second. If I can remove that. Perfect. That will be the second zone right here. Okay, first real big resistance, second one, and if we start breaking through here, we simply have to look for the swing failure pan of this high. Why? Because we have a bit of a resistance just in confidence with that swing failure pan. You can see here we have this nice 66% in addition to the swing failure pan. So just be aware of that level. Okay, if there is no reaction again on this first swing failure pan, we just need to look for the next target. So can look for that one, but I will prefer personally to go into the weekly and the value high. And if we start breaking this with no swing failure pan, the previous top, so to speak, here the weekly at $0.077 up to $0.079. There is no swing failure pan next at $0.086 on that top here. We're simply going to look for a bigger increase in price into the monthly level, and next on possible higher prices. Okay, but we will need this data here, the context of the move, so to speak, to get the waves here to determine if this, for example, is a wave 1, 2, 3, let's say 4 and 5, where in that case it's going to form a bigger A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to get a context while reaching these targets, and so we're going to be able to determine if these are still strong targets or not. We need to get these waves ready to determine that. But for now, without getting this, these are the strongest targets. You will get the strongest resistance and the strongest support you're going to get to the downside, so to the upside here. Okay, so yeah, this TA is very complete normally. You have everything really, the next possible moves, the next possible targets where you can look for a trade, there's a different price where you can buy, or you can short, or you can sell, or whatever you want to do in their targets really. Okay, so you have everything really. That's pretty cool. So as always, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to smash that like, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications. Stay tuned. I'm gonna reopen, of course, this section right here at request. So if you want me to do some TAs on some assets or update some accounts really, for absolutely free, by the way. I'm not doing this for money really, I'm doing this for absolutely free. So just join the Discord server. I'm gonna post a message in there in addition to the ad request, so you can request some few assets. You can just, of course, enjoy all the content I'm sharing for absolutely free with you. If you want to get more of us, you can just go and check out our website. Okay, you don't need to pay to join our website, absolutely not. You have some free courses waiting for you on Elliott Waves, for example. If you want to know how to do some charting and start this for free, I mean, you have half of the paid course in this free course, so it's already pretty cool. You have all of this really, right there. So this is how the course, there is no tons of content you need to learn. You just have 6 videos, and then you just need to make your experience. That's it really. You have a PDF and everything, of course. But yeah, so this is a full course. So you can see you have the 3 first parts that are in the free course. So this is, yeah, pretty cool. In addition to this, if you're really starting, you have the beginner course right there. Anyway, on this being said, I wish you all a brilliant day. Don't forget also to write some comments down below if you can. This helps so much with the YouTube algorithm. And on this being said, like I said, take care and have all a brilliant day, and catch you all in the next one. Cheers.